As we watch our favorite sports team score the winning touchdown, make the final basket right before the buzzer, or hit a grand slam to win the game, we forget who brings all this action to our homes. Sports director Gary Harris is one man responsible for this. With over 29 years of experience, this guy knows his sports.
Play Sports Update with WVUA's Gary Harris.
Gary Harris has been a valuable member of the WVUA sports team since 1998. He's known for his love of the game and, even more importantly, his love for his job. But has he always known this is what he wanted to do?
Well, when I was a little boy, I lived all over. By the time I'd been in fourth grade, I'd been in like 9 schools in Florida, Alabama, Michigan, Texas, Ohio, moved around a lot. Eventually, though, in fourth grade, we moved to Cleveland County, Alabama, near a little town called Heflin. That's where I grew up and went to high school and loved sports, loved playing sports. It was a goal of mine to be a professional athlete. I realized that wasn't going to happen, so I said, well, I'll be a sportscaster. That's
But growing up for Gary wasn't as easy as most people would think.
My dad passed away when I was 16, and he wasn't a huge sports fan. He did like Alabama football. He knew how much I loved it, and how much I loved playing it. So I think he would not have been surprised to learn that I became a sportscaster. And my mother has always been very supportive. She knew that's what I wanted to do.
Though Gary's dad passed away when he was young, he tells me that gave him even more encouragement to get started with his career. And that's exactly what he did, becoming the first sports director WVUA had ever seen.
Well, it's kind of my thing, isn't it? I built the department and, got some great help now with John Huddleston, Todd Hoyer. There have been a number of other people that have come through here. Of course, interns, students like yourself that have helped build it. But yeah, I do take a lot of pride in it.
What most people don't understand about Gary is how much time he spends at work. Though he loves his job, many times he misses out on things we take for granted.
Family-wise, if your goal is to start a family pretty early in your career, this probably is not the best business for you, I'm just being honest. Now, if you're willing to wait for that and you're willing to put off those things and build career, then this is probably a good business for you. But
Though this job has strict time constraints, Gary finds time to get away from the office and, like most sportscasters, tries to act like he's a pro.
And things I enjoy doing outside of television, I like playing golf, don't get a lot of time to do it. I like to say that I like working out. I really don't like that much, but I try to do it some. As you get older, your opportunities to play basketball and softball and things like that diminish. So try to stay active.
Yeah, you may end up. I gotta check your eligibility letter. Yeah, any records, transcripts? Can I get them? Yeah, you can. Yeah, we'll have to go back and check them though.
Yeah, I think I got 4 years. We got to play some real ball and get out of these 5th grade drills. This is not playing my strengths.
Street ball will be played today, and coming into the court right now, man, Bow Wow and his teammate. Bob, what's up, man? Hey, all right now. Here, wait back.
But don't let Gary fool you. His job comes with many perks and privileges that most people would kill for. Sometimes he can't even believe he gets paid to do what he does.
Yeah, as a sportscaster, when your back door opens up to Bryant-Denny Stadium, I mean, I am right here at it. People that watches in other parts of the state, when they call here, sometimes I'll call and want to ask a question, and they'll say, well, where is the station? And I'll tell them, well, we're on the campus, Reese Pfeiffer Hall, right next to Bryant-Denny Stadium. They're like, oh, man, I kind of take it for granted.
Not only did Gary love what his backyard looked like, he also set some personal goals for himself.
When I got here, my goal was to build this station to the point where people saw our station as the station you wanted to watch for West Alabama sports, and I think we've done that.
One lesson that Gary wants people to know before getting started with their career is much more obvious than most people would think.
Understanding that, and I didn't have a lot of this when I started. Like I said, I was gung-ho, and it probably hurt me in some degree. But you got to have patience, and you got to understand that where you're at right now and where you want to get or be, it's going to take some time to get there.
With 6 Best Sportscaster awards in the state of Alabama, Gary Harris has but only one thing left to say.
I wouldn't do it any differently. This is what I feel like I was meant to do, and I enjoy it. And, I've been able to make a living at it, and healthy and happy, and looking forward to 2012.
Words from Gary Harris himself. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, I'm Cameron Daniel, WVUA News.